This is a Decision 2010 special election report. Tonight, a forum featuring Republican candidates for the 7th Congressional District. Brought to you by WILX News 10, the Jackson Citizen Patriot, and Jackson Community College.
Good evening, I'm Jason Colthorpe, and welcome to a forum for the Republican candidates seeking the Michigan's 7th Congressional District seat in the United States House of Representatives. Those candidates joining us tonight are Marvin Carlson, Brian Rooney, and Tim Walberg. Gentlemen, we want to have a free-flowing conversation of ideas and issues that are most important to the people in this district. We want to encourage you to ask questions of each other as we ask them of you. No rules, but we have a lot to cover. We want to keep it moving, and we will do just that. Joining me on the panel tonight is Brian Wheeler from the Jackson Citizen Patriot, and he has the first question.
Sure. This is a question for all the candidates, but we'll start with Mr. Carlson. Certainly jobs must be, you all agree that jobs are the number one issue facing Michigan and this district. Of course, that's been a pledge that almost all candidates have made over the last 10 years or so. What specifically would you do if elected to focus on jobs and to create jobs in the district?
Well, Brian, first of all, let me say that I'm the only job creator in this race, either Democrat or Republican. I've spent the last 35 years building a business, not a political career. And jobs certainly are the number one issue facing us here in the 7th Congressional District. In some parts of the district, we have 25% unemployment, Hillsdale and Branch County specifically. The first thing I will do is, because we have to get costs down in Washington to prevent the raid on the taxpayer back pocket, and make sure then that we have monies available for capital investment. So the first thing I want to do is push and promote for a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution. It's the only way that will prevent politicians, not citizen patriots, but politicians, from continuing to spend the public dollar.
Mr. Rooney, is it true? Is he the only job creator in the race?
Job creation, when you start new businesses, when you put capital forward to start new businesses, you're creating jobs, which I have done through family businesses of my own. But, there's two things you have to do simultaneously to help create the environment for job growth for entrepreneurs here in the 7th District to start new businesses or expand their existing businesses or invite new people to come in. And that is to stop the Obama agenda, and the number one thing to stop is cap and trade. That is a job killer. Even Congressman John Dingell says it's a tax hike and it's a job killer for manufacturing here in the state. And manufacturing, let's not forget, is still the number one industry in the state. It's hurtful for farmers as well because of the large energy costs it takes to farm. And then on top of it, CMS Energy says that it'll cost each and every one of us 30 to 40% more in our individual home and heating costs. So it's a bad program all the way around for people that are trying to, exist here in the district. And I can tell you from talking to a lot of manufacturers and other business owners is that some are sitting on some money. I think the corporate savings rate, I believe last year was $1 trillion. Now it's almost $2 trillion. It's because people don't know what the future holds for them. And when you don't know what the future holds for them, you're not going to spend your capital because you're afraid of what the future is. And cap and trade is one of those things. The other thing is the looming Bush tax cuts that are going to expire after 10 years. And so people are afraid that they are going to expire. And President Obama has said that he's going to let most of them expire. And one of them is the capital gains tax. I've always advocated that we get rid of the capital gains tax. Right now it's at 15%. President Obama says he wants it to go to 39% where it was before. And that's a bad plan. We need to allow people to keep what they earn so that they can spend more money that they have. The other thing I would advocate for is this year we have no estate tax. We need to keep it that way, not just for family businesses, but for family farms. And then the third thing is we need to stop the incredible out-of-control spending and start cutting spending where needed and necessary.